guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Team Axle Stands. Well, this is the Project EG Civic Nugget. This is the base model version of the EG Civic. In Australia, that includes you get a carbureted engine and you get drum brakes in the rear. So what we'll be trying to do is update those rear brakes to disc ones. I've got some disc brake complete arms, and we'll throw those in and see how it goes. Now what we're going to do is we're not going to change the brake proportional valve. Lots of people say you have to have a 40-40 and all these numbers. We won't be changing it, and we'll see how well it performs. Just putting the disc brakes on the back.
Discs off EK upper model Civic. Someone was selling the whole lot, so I got them very cheap actually. So the theory is that these guys bolt straight in, so we will be doing that. There's a bolt here, 2 bolts under this trailing arm bush, 1 bolt at the back, and then you've got your lower control arm bolt there. So we'll undo those. Well, actually first I think I just want to make sure I can get the brake line off, and I will undo the handbrake cables, and then we'll start taking the mounting bolts off after that. So one of the first things I've done is taken off this brake line, and I'm just letting the fluid leak out. You can use a small syringe and take it out of the master cylinder, but yeah, I'll just let this run gravity feed at way out. So to install or take out the old handbrake cables and put in the new ones, you need to remove this cover. So there's just 4 bolts, 10mm bolts in that. So I'm just doing that. It's a bit hard on camera. So once we've done that we just undo the handbrake cable bolts, and we can remove that and replace it with the other one. Handbrake cables from the inside of the car. So what I've done is I've popped out that bit of trim, and then we've got two screws down there. I don't know if you can see those, where the screwdriver is. So we'll take those out and take out off the center console, and then we'll have access to the mechanism that's back there. Removed. We're just going to back off the handbrake like this. Oh, so I've already taken out a nut that was there, and we've got another one to remove that's back here. So that's the bracket. That's the bracket that holds it in the front. So once we've now loosened this off, we should be able to. I'm gonna have to put the camera down, I think, but spin it round and pop that cable out. Not now, no. Thanks. So these are the only two bolts left now, these two. So I'm going to undo the brake and get ready to drop it.
So before we put these rear arms into the car, I'm going to do the rear trailing bushing. They're not completely gone, but they could do with replacing. So what you've got to do is you've got to take note of how this lines up. So we'll put a little mark in here, and then we will also hit this. So this is the inside of the, you can see that's a backing plate of the brake. So you want to hit down and out of the arm. They're slightly tapered, so if you try and hit it out this way, it takes heaps of force and you'll struggle. So yeah, I'm just going to hit this out with a hammer. So let's see how we go. That's it. So now we've got the old one out and I've given it a bit of a clean up. We're going to install the new ones, and I've got these hard race ones which are meant to be slightly heavier duty than the factory ones. And one thing to note is that they have two sides. I don't know whether you can see that. There's like one which is larger and one which is smaller, and the one which is like smaller needs to be pointing to the top. So it'll actually go in like this, and it's going to go in from the other side, like pushed into this way, opposite to how we took the other one out. So I'll put it in the press, but we want it like that. The one other thing is these hard race ones are really tight to get in. I tried just using a hammer before I bought the press, and I really struggled, so I'd recommend going and trying to find someone with a press if you don't have one, or take it down to your local mechanic and get them to press it in. So I'll just set it up on the press and then show you that.
Alrighty, so the rear brakes are complete. I've bled the brake lines from the longest line to the shortest, so passenger rear, driver's rear, passenger front, driver's front. I'll just put the wheels back on and then we'll go for a quick test drive.
So now that we've completed the rear disc brake swap, I'm just taking it for a drive. I've bled the brakes and I've bedded them in, given it a few hard stops from 60 k's an hour in a row. I've actually got this car roadworthy now, so we're now properly registered and insured, which is good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a quick test of how well it will stop. So I'll just, I've got a quiet road here, I'll just get it up to some decent speed and really hit the anchors and see how we go. Whoa, see that really, everything flew everywhere. So it stops great, and if anything, I think the fronts are still locking up slightly before the rears, which is what you want. I'm really impressed with this conversion, and being how cheap it is, how easy it is. Get and do it yourself. If you've got an EG Civic or a EK Civic with rear drums, swap them over to brakes. It's a no-brainer. It's really good. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, we'll join us next time where we'll be actually swapping the front brakes, I think, for some bigger brakes there, and upgrading the master cylinder and brakes booster. Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Oh.